I'm here with NASCAR Xfinity driver Ross Chastain. Ross, you've had 2 top 10s, 1 top 5 with a best of 4th at Iowa. Talk about how you've been running this season. Now, you ran your first Cup race back in June at Dover. Can we expect to see more Cup races from you next season? You've been with JD Motorsports now for 3 years. What are your plans for next season? Well, Ross, thanks so much for talking with us. Ross Chastain, driver of the number 4 Xfinity Series Chevrolet. I'm Samantha Zarek, back to you. I'm here with Monster Energy Cup driver Eric Jones. Eric, you've had 8 top 10s, 2 top 5s, and finishing 3rd twice, once last week at your home track in Michigan. Talk a little bit about how you've been running this season. Talk a little bit about the track here at Bristol. How have you been preparing? Let's talk next season. You're going to be back with Joe Gibbs Racing. What are you expecting? Well, Eric Jones, thanks so much for talking with us. PJ, I'm going to go ahead and send it back over to you. I'm here in downtown Bristol talking with fans about how they feel about getting to witness Junior's last lap at the world's fastest half mile. Race fans are arriving at campgrounds all across Bristol to claim their spots and to watch Dale Jr.'s last night race.
It's Bristol, baby!
Drivers and their teams and BMS are getting ready for the race that kicks it all off here at Bristol. It's been a full day of racing, from the go-kart track to the aisles of Food City. Aside from all the fun on the track, these drivers also talked with us about what they're expecting at Bristol. Whether it's racing on the go-kart track or speeding down the aisles of Food City, there's no doubt these drivers like to be in the fast lane. I asked both Gragson and Reddick what their thoughts are going into Bristol.
It's definitely a fun racetrack, very unique with how banked it is, and now what they're doing, the racetrack where they're putting the VHT grip strip down on the bottom, it really changes up how you run that place.
With less downforce, the cars are going to drive a little different than they did last year. But, you know, Kyle was really fast during the spring in the 42 cars. So knowing that we'll probably have a pretty good notebook going into the race gives me a lot of confidence.
With 11 starts, 3 top 10s, and a best of 3rd at Iowa, Reddick has been taking some tips from teammate Kyle Larson.
I generally try and stay distantly as close as I can up in the spotter stand with my radio on, listening to the communications of the team, what he's feeling in the car. So he explains it to Mike so I can, better understand their chemistry and how they communicate.
With 12 starts, 2 poles, and 8 top 10s, Noah Gragson is a contender for Rookie of the Year. He says racing has been different this year with the new stage racing.
My mindset is to collect as many points as I can, because you get awarded points at the end of the first and second stage that you really wouldn't be awarded with, I guess, last year and previous years. So it gives us drivers a good opportunity with how this chase is laid out.
The night race will be Gregson's first race at Bristol as a full-time Camping World Truck Series driver. Reddick will also drive in his first Xfinity race at Bristol. Getting the facts right in Knoxville, Samantha Zarek, News 5, WCYB. Race fans from across the country are here.
Well, it's Bristol, baby.
Watching their favorite drivers take on the world's fastest half mile. Fans know these drivers on the track, but they don't see the hard work that goes into being a part of a race team.
It's very exciting. You travel, you see a lot of places. Some people think you're on vacation all along, but it's a lot of stress involved and a lot of pressure.
Davis says that pressure isn't necessarily just to win, but to provide finances and resources to move the team forward. As a NASCAR driver, Ross Chastain says sponsorship is key.
I enjoy it. I enjoy, getting deals pulled off and making people happy and giving them ROI on what they want to invest in, and they want to invest in me. And I want to make people see whether it's a product or a message. I want to be their guy.
Chastain works with sponsors all week long, even on race day. Before the green flag, he can be found doing media interviews, signing autographs, and making guest appearances. It's life in the fast lane, but Chastain says it's a dream come true.
It's all coming together in a way that I was not supposed to have it happen. I was not supposed to be a race car driver. We grow watermelons in Florida, and that's what I was supposed to do. And in a good way, we snowballed this into a career, and now being here for 7 years in NASCAR is crazy.
In addition to driving, Chastain is also a fan, and his favorite track is Bristol.
When you're a fan, you come to Bristol, you are on top of the action, and you don't miss anything, because I like to sit up in 1 and 2 is my personal favorite, and you never have to turn your head. You can see the entire track, and a lot of carnage happens down there. It's my favorite track, and I'm not saying that because I'm at Bristol. It is my favorite track to race on and to watch at.
Chastain will be racing in the number 4 Chevrolet in the Xfinity race. He will also be attending the night race as a fan. NASCAR Trackside Live is back at Bristol Motor Speedway, this time bigger and better than ever. The live show's main goal is to amplify the fan experience.
Imagine your favorite late show mashed up with NASCAR drivers, mashed up with fans getting to play games with drivers, and we bring it all to the track.
It's a fun experience that fans not only get to watch, but get to be a part of.
NASCAR Trackside Live is really the perfect thing for the fans because they get up on stage, they get to ask questions of drivers, and they get to hang out and interact with them. So we're having fun with them, we're having fun with the drivers, and it just makes something that's great for TV.
Castillo says the show, featuring several affiliated tracks, has gone viral on social media and in turn is bringing more people out to the races. BMS Communications Manager Chris Lawyer says enhancing fan experience is one of the most important goals.
Our motto at Bristol Motor Speedway is exceed expectations. You know, we try to do that in everything we do for our guests, and we want to give our guests these experiences, to showcase, the property, the fans, the drivers.
NASCAR Trackside Live is located right outside Turn 2 of BMS in the fan zone.
This is one of the hearts for our guests at the track. So to be able to have this in such a high-profile area, is really good, and it showcases, what we're able to offer.
And the best part is, you don't need a special pass or credential to get in on the fun. It's free.